Good day. God bless you. God bless me. And God bless our families. For my followers, you know me. For those who are new, I'm Jude Emmanuel Matita, a consultant and a counselor with special focus on marriage and relationships. Today, we shall talk about something which I know many of us are facing in one way or the other. You know, life is a journey, and that journey is always with obstacles. But they are there to strengthen us, they are not there to break us. I had to come online because of an inbox that I had, actually a mail. A friend, as I will call, because we are all brothers and sisters, sent me a message and calls for me to address the substance of what he said, of the subject matter. I said, why not do it like this? So many people that are faced in that same situation might learn from it. It's a learning journey. It's a process. All of us needs one another. This guy was in a relationship with a woman. He loved the girl so much. In fact, he was somebody that most people knew was a womanizer, meaning he had so many girlfriends. But when he met this small girl, he saw the small girl growing up. He fell in love with her, though she was small. Even her friends, she said, oh, this is the girl of my dream, I'll get married to her. Everybody knew. They started that relationship clandestinely, as it always is, because of course we're afraid of your parents. Most people are afraid of their parents. He did not have anything at that time. The girl too was young, going to school. He had finished secondary and advanced level education and was looking for a better life. But things were not also good for him. He was managing though. He was fine. He devoted his time to the girl and he had to drop every other girl that he had because he discovered that there was something special in that little girl. Now, the relationship, after many years, the relationship finally kicked off. And God blessed him, he traveled. And when he traveled, he kept on his promise to be with the lady. Seriously, they were together. Every single day they were on the phone. 1 year passed, second year, going to the third year, everything was fine. They had their own issues, just like any other relationship. But this lady was faithful to him. The lady loved him so much and was faithful to him. He knew that the lady was faithful. And she also was faithful. But then, he had stayed abroad for some time. He decided to have himself a girlfriend. It has been for long. He said, okay, I'm a man. And he had, to him it was a fling. Why? Because even in his house, when the girl came, the picture of her queen was there. Even the girl knew that though she's with him, the man has a woman back home. You see, that was how loyal that guy was. Now, the girl finished her secondary education, advanced level education, and he went to another institution the boy sponsored. The boy did that with every single good intention. And remember, the boy was close to the family. The mother loved him as a friend. The mother did not know that they had a relationship. He was eyeing the daughter. It's only when he traveled and made things known to the mother that that's your daughter, I'll be there. I love her and I want to be with her. But he was also a family friend to the mother. The family knew him. They were good friends. The mother never knew that they had a relationship. But when he traveled, he made his intentions known. Of course, the mother accepted. Sometimes when people are traveling by, the mother will prepare food. Like we always have this egusi pudding and something, all those things. And kwakoko, the mother will send it. And he will have it. You know, he sponsored the lady. And he was told the lady that even if something happened tomorrow, I'll never regret doing anything for you. Because I love you. And in addition, your mother has been my backbone too. When I didn't have anything, she was there for me. She gave me food and everything. So he was a grateful person too. But then, he too was also a family man. Family man in the sense that he was the one, the head of his own family. The father had passed on. He was the only person. He had brothers, sisters. He was the one to take care of everybody. So he became a man, maybe at the age of 20, 22 or something, as he said. So, but then, something happened. Along the line, you know, with sisters, small jealousy there and there. When you send things to the lady, you mix the things and send it to the other, you give the sisters, they have their own, you give it to a lady, they also look, why did you have to send her this? Why did you have to send her this? It's always like that. But he told the girl that, look, don't bother about those things. They are my siblings. But if you have anything, just tell me. So they were in that direction. But remember, he was in another country, he was abroad, the girl was down there. So anything that the girl was going through, he did not know. He could only get the information from when somebody calls him or tells him. So at that point in time, the family also knew he was deeply in love with this young girl and they could not tell him anything. So what happened? A story came up. Story came up from nowhere. As the guy said, that story came up. And that story, something came up in between the family that it became a family problem. That the mother and the aunts of the girl, they had to go and meet the sisters and to talk. Confrontation. The guy's mother too got another information from the guy's sister. And you know, girls, they always have the way of transmitting messages to the mothers. And when they did, the mother to just, yes, it's so. That's how it is. The mother took side. So at the end of the day, the guy stood and asked himself this question. How will I get married to this lady when my family now is in the center of it? Dragging, I am the head of this family. If everybody don't want this thing, then I am there. What will become of me? How will my family feel? So it became a problem to him. And since his family has intervened in that relationship, he decided to take another measure. That measure that he took, it might tend to hurt him afterwards. But let's go on. He decided that his fling, the lady that he had who was just like a fling, he decided instantly and asked the girl that, will you marry me? The girl accepted. Of course, the girl loved him too. The girl accepted. Everybody has his own reasons for getting married. The girl accepted. So when he was also about to go back home, so within 2 weeks for him to go back after 3 years of waiting, that the lady was waiting for him, he changed his mind and had sent his family to this family, and they made a traditional wedding 1 week for that girl. That lady, the girl that he had, was devastated. You could imagine, she has kept her promise, kept herself for 3 years, anxiously waiting for the guy, but the guy has gone somewhere else. It must interest you to know that all these things happen just like a blow. Because the girl had a misunderstanding too. The guy had a misunderstanding with the girl, which is normal thing. And within that period, that is when all this gossip came in. All this gossip. So they just jumped and everything, and he was very hasty. He took that decision. But then, the reason for him taking that decision was personal. From what he told me, because I had to call him after for him to give me details after his mail. He said the reason for him to do that was because he never wanted his family to be involved in his relationship. So the girl that he asked the family that they want to get married to again, the second girl, nobody knew that girl in the family. You see? So he said the family had no idea. So because of that, he knew that the family will not have anything to do with his wife, because he had vowed that he doesn't want family to involve in his thing anymore. That was a decision. But burn you. Was that a good reason to get married? No. It was also selfish of him. That is it. Foundation. We're moving further. He went to Cameroon and decided that I want to talk with this my lady. He tried his best to talk with the lady. But of course, the lady was devastated, everything. Then the story goes there is that because the family never wanted her, the family had arranged for another woman for the guy. And how could he debunk such? No. When everybody knows that he has gotten married. He cannot. But he had to talk with the lady and find a way so that both of them can talk. He wanted to talk with her because there was still something in him that he needed to talk with that lady. To understand and maybe find another different strategy. To him, that was on his mind, but nobody knew what he had in his mind. He went to their home, the mother drove him out. He'd been there several times. No. The lady had to take water when in fact, dirty water, and pour on his body that he should leave. But the guy said, no, I need to talk to you. But finally, nobody could talk to him. He tried every way, nobody could talk to him. The girl said no, everybody was bitter, no family. The woman drove him. He was in the house every time. The woman said, no, you cannot come to my house. He knew that he has done something bad. That is very important. I want us to take note of that. The guy knew that he has done something bad. And what did he do? He was going there to seek for forgiveness. But you see, that is what happened to that guy. Now, why did that guy tell me this? Because I asked him that it's a straightforward thing. Maybe you solved the problem. He said he has not solved the problem. That the girl is still refusing to talk to him. Though the girl has moved on with another relationship or married, but they still need to talk. His conscience disturbs him. My brothers and sisters, many of us are in that same position. Now, let's talk. Let's talk. What the guy did, was it right? The answer is no. So the first thing, the guy did the wrong thing, is established. The second thing, family involvement in relationships, that's another thing. That's another thing in that particular story. The next thing is forgiveness. All of us, we have our own ways of looking at this thing. Many people will say the guy is a bad guy, and you don't even need to come close to that type of a person. It's a very bad person. Which you are right in your own way, in your own thinking. Another one will say, but the girl, why would the girl listen to him? You are right in your another thinking. But you see, we judge people without knowing the detail of anything. We just look at people and we just judge. Most often we just judge because we say this person had this relationship, he sponsored the girl. The boy was not even thinking about everything that he did to sponsor. No. His was forgiveness, conscience, because he grew up well. His was forgiveness. Then family involvement. Now, I want us to start with a guy. We should not be too hasty in taking decisions. Yes, something happened. Family has involved themselves in it. You are asking yourself questions. But you are about to go and see the girl. You are about to go down to Cameroon and look at the situation. You took an action when you were supposed to go there and find out the truth of everything. Everything you heard was gossip. You've not heard from the horse's mouth. No, this person come and tell you, this one will tell you this. But you have to sit and judge, see, judge and act. We should not prejudge people. You have to think of every single investment you have made. You have to think about the other person, the girl's emotional feeling. But that boy did not. So I told him that you did not. That is what you need to look at. You need to x-ray yourself first. Before going down that road, you need to understand that this thing was not personal. Relationship is personal. Marriage is personal. It is you that will be getting married to that girl. Do you trust her enough to listen to her side of the story? Do you trust her enough to come there and sit with her and dialogue? Now, do you expect that you just go back to Cameroon and you go and meet her and you ask for forgiveness and you just tell her that I forgive you? No, it doesn't work like that. Forgiveness is one thing. Everybody wants to forgive, but let me tell you something. It is hard when somebody has placed his mind, her mind in a particular thing. For ages, you build up your confidence, you build up your trust in that person, and at the end, that trust is broken, and you expect that person to forgive you. Others can kill you. People can kill you. People can poison you. So what you did, I hope the guy is listening. What you did is wrong. Totally wrong. Accepted. But then, reality came there. Reality. Reality. And what is that reality? The reality is, when you came back, you looked at her, every single thing in you came back to yourself. You came to your senses. Now you want to talk to her. Now you want to fix things. Now you want her to listen to you. And you expect her to listen to you. She will not listen to you. She will not listen to you. You've gone now, you've met your family. You went and saw the story. As he later told me, that the story was wrong. Everything about the story was wrong. Because you heard from people and you took a decision. The decision that had to do with your whole life. And you got yourself involved in that lady. Most of us, we take hasty decisions when it comes to things like that. But it is something that we'll have to ponder over it and think about it. I'm not an exception to that. I've taken decisions like that in my life that ruined my life in one way or the other. But I learned from it. And I want all of us to learn from this experience that this boy brought. For us to learn, everybody should learn. Always dialogue with that person. And that relationship, remember, the relationship is having a problem. That problem is not even between them. Family involvement. Family involvement. And those talking will have their own wives. Those talking will have their own husbands. But they come to you and they say you don't have to do that. For selfish reasons. You have to watch. And you have to separate your family from your relationship. All of us need to do that. That is one aspect. But another aspect of that guy is this. The guy understood that he has made an error. And the guy is willing is willing to accept every humiliation to make amends. That is something most of us cannot do. And I applaud him for that. And I applaud him for that. But he has to also understand that things will not just work like that as fast as he wants. No, human being, it takes time for human being to digest. We are different. I can just say, okay, I forgive you, and another person can take 10 years. Another person can take 5 years. 5, 10. Because it's difficult for them. There's another aspect of the girl, trust. You've destroyed that girl. Do you think that girl will believe any other man? Even though you said she's fine, she's gotten married, do you know the position that she's married in now? Might be circumstantial too. Because she was placed in a situation, in an awkward situation. But do you think even in a marriage, she trust the husband? That 100%? No, it will not. She too needs to build trust and confidence. She too needs to understand that A can never be B. That the fact that this guy that I was dating for this long and I trusted did this to me, it doesn't mean the present man that I have will one day do that same thing. We have to separate that. It's easier for we to blame others. It's easier for we to take our past and bring to our present. Now this guy came and told me this because he has a present relationship. But he cannot move on with the present relationship because he's stuck with the old one. He's stuck where there's no difficulty. He's stuck in a place where he feels that his mind, in his conscience, he needs to settle a particular score. He needs to make sure that they are forgiving him, that they understood, that the lady understood. And he also wants the family, the mother of that lady that took care of him too, to understand and ask for forgiveness. He said he has gone and asked for forgiveness. It has not been easy. But he will continue to go, and I asked him to continue to ask for forgiveness. That they need to forgive him. We are human beings. There come a time when they will forgive you. There come a time when people will say, oh, this person has suffered. But people must, before somebody forgives you, that person must see remorse. That person must know that for sure, you like this, you are sorry what you've done. Because forgiveness is not just come to meet somebody and say, I'm sorry. And they'll just accept because he said he's sorry. No. You have to join with action. He has faced humiliation because of that. And I know he will be forgiven. As I'm talking, I know the lady is somewhere. The lady will listen to this audio. And the lady will forgive this man. This guy, his conscience is killing him. He can die. He told me that I cannot go forward. I cannot. Because I did something bad and I loved her. I cannot get her, it's true, but I want her to understand and forgive me. And I want the mother to forgive me too. That I did is wrong. Then I told him this, and I want us to get to this. The idea of forgiveness is very fine. The Bible says that we should forgive 77 times 7 times. Before God said we should forgive, because he knows. He knows. We have situations that we need to ask for forgiveness. That's why he said we should forgive ourselves. He knows we'll commit one act every single day, and every day we'll come back to forgiveness. Look at the 10 commandments. All of us, every single day, we make mistakes. We go against that commandment. And you feel you are righteous. You feel you can call somebody a womanizer. You feel you can call somebody a prostitute. You feel the sin that you are a liar is different from the person that is a prostitute. No, it's a lie. All of it's 10 commandments. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not lie. Thou shalt not commit adultery. So, you think fornication is not a sin. Fornication too is a sin. Adultery is a sin. We all stand and judge people. This girl has went out with this man that is married. He's going out with a married man. This man going out with a married man. But you that you are not married, you are moving from one man to another, sleeping from one to another one is not a sin. We choose to decide what is a sin and what not is a sin. We choose to decide. Based on what we want. Based on what we want, that's how we decide. For you to lie is a lesser sin. No, it's not a lesser sin. Everything is a sin. We should not judge. I told this guy that, how would I face public? Every people is telling me this. I said, no, forget about people. Your problem is your conscience. People will judge you, but they don't know where you are. They don't know how remorseful you are. But many people have done things like that, but they are not remorseful. I know this lady will get this message and she will forgive you. I urge her to come and let them just have a call and let them talk and say, please, I'm sorry, and let it come to pass. There's greatness in forgiveness. When you don't forgive somebody, let me tell you something, you are the one that's having problems. That person has done what he has done. You'll be the ones killing yourself on top of the pain that caused you. You are there causing yourself more pain. Each time your mind, no, when you see him, you are angry. When you see him, you are angry, he's enjoying himself. She's enjoying himself, but you see him, you are angry. You say that you're angry for what? It comes down to you. Let it go. Let your conscience be free. And God will walk to you. The Bible says, cast all your burdens to me. Cast it to God. And everything will be different. Everybody was disillusioned in one way or the other in his or her own life. It brings me down to very important thing, family. Yes, we are Africans. We have families. We have our brothers, we have our sisters. But I have to give this first to parents. The Bible says, teach a child your way, or the way of the Lord, he will not depart from it. The way you bring up a child is who that child will become tomorrow. You are responsible for your siblings. But most parents nowadays, they run their responsibility and shift their responsibility to their siblings. It is not the responsibility of a brother to take care of a sister. It's not the responsibility of a sister to take care of a brother. It is the responsibility of a mother and a father to take care of their children. It is not the children's responsibility to take care of themselves. But it is the children's responsibility also to take care of their father and their mother. I want us to get this straight. Yes, the Bible says we should extend love. We should love ourselves. It is good to love ourselves, but not running away from your responsibility and putting it on another person. You are responsible for a child that you brought into this world. God used you to bring that child for a particular, both of you to bring that child for a particular reason. You should not come and you brought another child because that child is successful. That one has to sponsor the rest. And it becomes a right. Most parents feel there's a right. Why are you there? You are not helping your sisters. No, they are not obliged to help their sisters. You are the one that you have that responsibility to help them. You gave them life. Take what your son has given to you, what your daughter has given to you, and take it and help the others. But don't put it on their head. No. Why? Because that same son, that same daughter will get married and will start her own family. She too will have her own children. She has also responsibility to take care of his or her own children. It is a Jewish task and you know that. But now he's taking care of his children. Then he comes out to take care of your own. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't. But most often, because Africa will believe, and tomorrow everybody start cursing you. Hey, you have your brother is this, you have not done this. No. No. It is not an obligation. But for humanity and for the sake of love, it is good to help your brothers and sisters. You can't see them dying and you don't give them. It is wrong. But I want us to understand and balance these things. And balance it. Sisters, don't take it as a right to come to your brother, or you a brother, you come to your sister that you have to do this to me. No, it's not. I did not give birth to you. My children have the right to tell me what they want. Your children have the right to tell you what they want. And your parents have the right to ask you to help me. Help them. Because the Bible tells you that you have to honor your father and your mother, and you have to cater for them and provide for them. The Bible also tells the parents that you have to respect your children. You also have to cater for your children and provide for your children. Where the sisters come, where the brothers come in. Now, most of us are selfish, especially in families. Because our brother has money, because our sister has money, you try to control the person that he has to get married to. Why? Because you feel that you want to benefit from it. If you get married with a woman that is strict, you get married with a man that is strict, you feel that you cannot get into the family and get from him. And so because of that, you have to stop it and bring stories. He's not a good person. He's from this tribe. He's from that tribe. Are you the person to stay with that person the rest of your life? Are you the one? No. They are not. We are not. Families, we need to understand how family work. You, the man, you need to honor your woman. How do you honor your woman? You honor your woman by not exposing your woman to your family. Your family love you. Anything you say, they will accept it. But that woman is from another family. It's different. Most often we go to a family and we expose a spouse. You say she has done this, she's this person, or he's that person, he's that person. What do you expect? They hate your husband, they hate your wife. At the end of the day, when you have any issue, small issue that can be resolved, it cannot be resolved because they remember the things that you told them about her, you told them about him. It has to be different, opposite. When you get married to a woman, you've changed families. You embrace the woman's family. The woman's mother becomes your mother. Likewise, your mother becomes the mother of the woman. Which means if your woman does something which is wrong, you go and meet her mother and explain it to her mother. Because it is her child, she will make sure that you discipline that child. And she will not expose that child. It has to be like that, vice versa. Please, let's keep sisters out of relationships and brothers as well. I talk sisters in particular. They have the tendency to butt into their brother's relationship like that. But please, if your home is not going well, don't extend it to another person because your brother's home is fine and your woman is fine in their home. Yours is not going well. Now you need to bring problems in that relationship because of jealousy that is so embedded in our system. It's so embedded in our system that we cannot take it out. We should give people space. We should give people space. There are things that I've dealt with in my book, Hope in Adversity. Cases that I've dealt with. With time, I will bring in those cases here. This is the book, Hope in Adversity. 10 different cases. Real life stories. Real counseling stories in verbatim form. If you need a copy, just contact me. It will help you. There are lots of things here. Please. This boy suffered because of the family. Suffered because of the family. He is still suffering because of the family. You cannot take the load of the entire family in your shoulder. That is not your family. You still have to give birth to children and start raising your own family. That one day, no, it will be extended family soon. Remember, your mother and your father, they also had their own siblings. But now when they give birth to you, everything is you. They have forgotten that they also have their siblings to tell them to do things for them. No, they have changed. They have changed. But I want you parents also to understand that when you do things, understand that these children, they are not of yesterday. They know things. And you should be careful. We'll come to that. Because there's a lot about children that we'll have to talk. It is as easy as this. We need to stand with each other. We need to understand family composition. You need to understand that. It's not only here about people who are married. We have single mothers out there. You have single mothers. Society might look as if you are a bad person. No, you are not. You are not. But you have a duty and a responsibility to take care of that child. And the love that you have for that child as a woman is different from the love that that child has as a man. They are two different love. We should be careful. We should learn to forgive. We should not be bitter. Don't do things that will go against your child only because you want to get to somebody. That is for another day. But my brother, I commend you because you have a conscience, and I said in my other video that our conscience is where God resides. But speak the truth, and the truth will set you free. Accept you who you are. Accept your fault. Stand for it. Be humiliated for your fault. And goodness will come your way. God sees the heart. God is seeing what you are doing. God knows that truly you are repented. God knows that truly you are seeking for forgiveness. To come on the open and express yourself again like this, it is because you want that lady to want to reach to that lady. So my dear, you've heard, you know this story is for you. You know it. Forgive him. He's remorseful. Forgive him. Sometimes we move on in life and we get other bad things. They happen to us. We don't understand it because from inception we hurt somebody, we did not ask for forgiveness. This is also about us. Going there, letting go things. Letting go hard things in our life. We need it. We all do need it. This is about us separating ourselves from family when taking major decisions in your life. Decisions that will have to affect you. It's about us being responsible and love and take up our responsibility as parents. And take up our responsibility as sisters. And love one another and share. It's about sharing. When it comes to siblings, it's about sharing. It's about the love of sharing. We need to do that. You need to stop going behind and sabotaging your wife or your husband or your family. At the end of the day, you will have everything to lose. When you people have reconciled and everything is fine, your family will not see him as anything. They will not see us as anything. It's about that. It's about that. My brother, I hail you for your efforts. God has seen your efforts. Each one of you that will listen to this video, you are passing through your own situation. It might not be the same as this, but it might be similar. You see, the other one that we spoke of the other day, it was this girl that refused the man after the man has sponsored. But this one, it's the man sponsored and still refused the woman. But this one is not about money. This one is the man made a wrong decision. He was still in love with the woman but took a wrong decision. And you see, just one moment of madness changed your life. Change the life of that man and change the life of that woman. Patience is what we need. It's difficult to be patient. Sometimes we need to start back. Look at ourselves. Go back and visit the relationship. Look deep in that relationship and ask yourself hard and deep questions. With God, God will lead you. And I know things will be fine. We have to go back to our foundation where it all started. See where we went wrong. This guy has learned a lesson. But don't take up this experience to another relationship. You, the woman, don't bring this experience to your present relationship. Don't. For they are different. Every human being is different, we reason differently, we act differently, we do things differently. At the end of the day, listen, look at your conscience. Your conscience will give you the right balance. It always does. It gives the right balance because God lives there. Where there is truth, there is light. Always maintain that. Where there is truth, there is light. There will be a balance in that situation. I want you to understand. May God bless us all. Thank you very much. And don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to share. It might help your brother. It might help your sister. Contact us if need be. Anything, any situation. We are open for help. We shall call you. We shall talk to you. We shall counsel you. And don't forget, if you need a copy of this book, Hope in Adversity, contact me. There's also the link on my Facebook page. There's also another link there that you can get it. But just contact me. It is rich. It is verbatim. It's life stories. Life. It is not fiction. And it's live counseling sessions. We all need it. We all need someone to talk to. We all need someone to stand by us. But God, above all, God is everything. May God bless you all.